Hello out there YouTubers, this is Cheese11 coming through with another video. And in today's video topic, I bring you a topic, a gamer life discussion. I know recently we haven't been doing a lot of gamer life discussions, but I've been talking with some different gamer lifers, and one in particular is Chris from Locked On Target Show. And I've been wanted to do this topic for a while, and it is called pros and cons of both physical and digital titles of video game titles. And just to kind of start it off, you'll see these are some of the things I've compiled, some of the things I may be missing. If I'm missing something, just hit me down in the comment section below, and we'll have a discussion about it. But the first thing I wanted to do, I'll go with the cons of a physical first. And I got some notes here, so I'm gonna be looking down a lot because my mind, it can carry you away. The disc, if you get a physical disc, the disc or the cartridge can easily be broken, and if it gets broken, most times you have to have a protection plan or some type of warranty or something that you have to pay additional, like $2 or $3. I know they do it at GameStop to get it replaced. And if you didn't have that, you just, that's just, it's unfortunate, but you can't get it replaced. When the game comes out, nowadays we're in the age of DLC, and so a lot of times you have to make 2 trips to your GameStop or your Walmart or wherever to pre-order a title so you can get the free DLC that comes with the game. And also you have to switch discs in between playing games. So say you're playing one game, you're like, oh, I don't want to switch my disc, and then you have to, get up from your comfortable spot in your couch, and then you have to go and get up and switch the disc. That's I guess a con in my eyes. It just how I've seen it, but that's just my negative or cons of physical copies. Next, I'll move to the pros of physical. You are able to get the manual. A lot of times when you have the digital, there's no availability of a manual. You get to hold that disc, you get to feel it, and if you don't wish to like it, the GameStop stores like GameStop and gaming, different indie stores are good about letting you come back and trade it back in if you didn't particularly like it. And let's see here. And say if I put another thing here. Say if you are you like this game franchise, but you're not a big collector, you can turn that sequel in maybe a few days before the next title comes out, and you can kind of save some bucks on the next title. Say if you want to get the sequel right behind it, was what I was thinking. And then another thing that popped in my mind was when you have physical copy, it's less data that you have to have saved on your hard drive, because a lot of times with a digital copy, you have to have the full game, and sometimes they're 49. I seen a game big as 49 gigabytes on these new consoles, the 360. I mean, not 360, but the Xbox One and the PS4. They're huge space, 49 gigs. I'm I couldn't fathom having that much space in one game, but it's a lot less storage if you have the physical disc. Okay. Let's see. Also got on here. Here's another one. Physical. While browsing the store, you might come across something that you may like. So you may go to this indie game store or something, and you may see someone. Not someone, but you may catch a game that you wouldn't even think like, oh man, I would even like that. And then also at the store, you got like, managers or like an employee that can show you something that may spark your interest, or maybe in your, type of game or type of genre of game that you may like. So that's pretty cool as well. And that's pretty much all I had on the physical side. The pros of digital. Well, I start with the cons of digital next. The cons of digital, although you can't instantly download the game. It may take you several hours once that game is fully downloaded. Like you'll be able to get it downloaded like day one at 12 o'clock, but it may take several hours. I know I was downloading something that was like 21 gigs or something, and it took like 4 or 5 hours for it to do. So that's a con that I can think of. Also, it's at the opposite with the physical. You don't get to have any artwork. You don't get to have a manual or disc or cartridge. So like if you're like a big collector or something, it's the digital side is kind of bad in your favor if you like to collect things and keep it and store it and everything. And also another thing is that you can't bring the game to other people, like in other people's homes that have the same system. Like you can bring your system, but it's like you don't have the disc where you could just bring the disc and then play it over a friend's house. Like I was thinking, I would just think of something like 2K or Madden. Like I'll always have like a disc and then just bring it over there and boom, there we go. It's cool. But the pros of digital. I'm moving on to the pros of digital now. First and foremost, you get to automatically download it on day one. I think I stated that before when it comes out. You don't have to wait in the store, and there's no hassle, no have to wait in line or anything because it's there. It's instantly there. If your file becomes corrupt or something like this, your file is in your history. So usually you can go back and download it again if that comes to the case. And also a lot of times with a lot of these online games, your data is already on whatever server like you're playing, like whatever game you're playing. Say you're playing like Uncharted or something like that. Usually all your data is on their servers. It's pretty cool. Of course, you don't have to pay again for the game. It was just be free. There are usually some games that are in digital library that aren't even in physical stores. Like a lot of indie artists, indie game developers, they can't, I wouldn't say necessarily afford, but in order to make a profit, they just put it on whatever, like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Live Store or whatever have you, or a Wii U e-store, just so they can make a better profit because they're actually making a physical release. So, and I've actually found a lot of good games digitally that I would nowhere near see in a store. So that's a pretty good pro. The next thing is and also you can find out what the game is rated, and you can also usually you can play like a demo of the game before you even download it. So like if you're like a parent and you want to see some gameplay for your child, or see if it's not too mature, you can always look and see what you're gonna be playing, and you can always see what's gonna be played. So that's a cool thing. And the other thing, the last thing, is that you can switch games in an instant. Like, as soon as you want to switch from one game, like I'm tired of this game, you can just close the application, then click on another game, and you're instantly on it. And I think that's pretty much it right there. But my opinion, in the light of a lot of people, in my opinion, this is what I prefer. I prefer physical disc, because that's just physical disc or physical cartridge, because that was kind of like what I was raised on, and that's what's familiar for me. Because I was used to, popping in a cartridge, cutting it on, and having the tough times where you had to blow the cartridge, make it work. That's just what I remember in my brain. Like recently, I've just, with the PS3 was the first time I had like digital video game playing, and it was different. But I can see why that culture is kind of like growing, because digital, in the light of the people around the world, I think digital is preferred nowadays, because it's simpler. You can pre-order it, have it, day one. You don't have to go out to the store, make a trip. It's at times it looks like it's more convenient, but I can definitely see why a lot of people would say, they like digital more than they like physical. But that's pretty much my video today. I kind of random, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and y'all have a good one.